South African former politician and author of Shadow Work book and film, Andrew Feinstein. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. It's great to be with you.
Thank you. So the anniversary of the February 15th, the international conspiracy is approaching. What are your views on that event and the consequent 22 years solitary incarceration of Abdullah Öcalan on Imralı Island? What is your comments on international conspiracy?
It is quite extraordinary to me how Abdullah Öcalan was captured in Kenya with the support of a variety of intelligence agencies to the Turkish regime. Clearly, his kidnap and rendition was and is illegal. It has, I suppose, in some ways preempted the sort of illegality that has characterized the so-called war on terror for so many years now. But what it has done is it has taken somebody who is seeking justice, equality, and statehood for his people and tried to turn him into a criminal or a terrorist. And I remember that even Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan used to describe my former boss, Nelson Mandela, as a terrorist. So I really am concerned when autocratic regimes like the Erdogan regime in Turkey use that illegality to commit these sorts of acts. The fact that Mr. Öcalan is in solitary confinement in the conditions that he finds himself in is even worse than the conditions that Mr. Mandela and his colleagues and comrades were held in on Robben Island for 27 years. The conditions are completely unacceptable and should be unacceptable to the global community. But instead, we have the world's Western nations led by the US, the UK, and others effectively tacitly supporting this appalling behavior by the Turkish regime. The reality is that if Mr. Öcalan wasn't a representative of the voice of his people, he would not be being treated in this way. So therefore, I think it is absolutely essential that the world community demand of Turkey that he be released, that the Kurdish people be granted their statehood and their rights.
In the light of the fact that the incarceration is clearly a breach of fundamental human rights and has been condemned by European Committee for the Prevention of Torture, what is your message to the Turkish state and the United Nations as well as the Kurdish people as well? Very short, very briefly, please.
The time has come for the United Nations, the world community, and the Turkish state to free Abdullah Öcalan, to end this absurd imprisonment of a liberation leader who stands on the shoulders of liberation leaders like Nelson Mandela, who has a vision for his people and for the country that they wish to create that would make not only the lot of the Kurdish people, but would make the world a far better place. I call on them now to adhere to international law, to release Mr. Öcalan, and to see the rights of the Kurdish people being met.
South African former politician and author of Shadow Work book and film, Andrew Feinstein. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for your comments today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.